Hello everyone, and welcome to another session of Dark Souls PvP. I'm here, and this time I'm using the Dark Sword, specifically an Occult Darksword because, you know, I love my faith builds, and even though it's split damage, it still is pretty decent. Now, the Occult Darksword has the exact same damage output as the Sunlight Straight Sword, but it's got a different moveset. It's got that nice uppercut R2, which is really good for breaking someone's poise, breaking their guard. Yeah. Now, the thing I like about the Dark Sword and the Sunlight Straight Sword, for that matter, is that if you upgrade either of them into Occult or Enchanted, they get an A scaling in their respective stat, being Faith or Intelligence. So that's pretty good, it's pretty cool. And it definitely opens up some options, because even though it is split damage, it's still pretty good. And I have really started to love using Emit Force. I'm getting pretty good at aiming it, and I actually wasn't in this video. I actually was able to free aim a lightning spear, and I got a headshot with it. I was extremely shocked, so I don't know, it's pretty cool. It's definitely a huge learning curve with free aiming stuff in this game, but it's really worth it when you start doing it. And I don't actually know what happened there. I thought I was out of range for that hit, but oh well, I'm not going to complain. So yeah, the Dark Sword, it's got that nice uppercut R2 strong attack, and it's somewhat slow, so it's kind of hard to get someone with it all the time, but when you do, it definitely does a good amount of damage and does a good amount of damage to their poise or stamina if they're trying to block it, so that's always helpful when stuff like that happens. Now, we got this guy, he's sort of flipping around a lot, and, well, I really don't care much for the flipping so much anymore, so I don't know. It always seemed to me like when I was flipping around, it would end up getting me backstabbed because it would just lag more. Now, this fight right here, I love this fight. It was really somewhat like, I don't really know the right way to say it. It was really, I know, obviously it was fun, but it was sort of like a test of wills, I guess you could say. Like, who's gonna mess up first? What's going to happen next, like, what are you thinking, what are you doing up there, what am I doing down here, you know, stuff like that. And, I don't know, it was kind of fun, just fighting on a different elevation from someone, especially when it's this big. And right there, I thought I was farther out than I was. I completely missed the ramp up, so, oops. And right here, I tried to free aim a lightning spear, but I didn't go low enough or far enough to the left, so, oh well, it happens. And here we go with the Emit Force, breaking his guard. I'm really loving that spell. I really don't know why it's not used more often. I mean, it's got that charge up, but if you free aim while you're charging up, you can sort of spin in a circle and people won't want to get close to you. And right there, off the cliff. I mean, I saw the chance to do it, so why not? I'm sure it made him mad. Alright, so we've got this guy, and just by the looks of his armor, by the way he's reacting to everything, he's obviously new to PvP. He really doesn't seem like he knows what he's doing. He doesn't have much health. He's obviously not on a PvP build like I am. So, you know, I'm going to be somewhat nice to him. I mean, I'm not going to let him live or anything. I'm not going to let him heal. But, that's how you learn. You gotta learn what you can pull off and what you can't, and that's something that I'm not gonna let him pull off. So, yeah, he's just sort of turtling back. I get a few hits on him. He goes for the kick, so that's good, he knows how to kick. He'll be fine eventually. So I give him a nice little wave, and I decided to give him some souls so he can level up some more, because he was a lower level, I'm thinking. He didn't really know what he was doing, so might as well give him some souls. I got my humanity, I got the souls, I got what I came for. Might as well be nice. And that's the same thing I did with the first guy in the video. He was obviously away, so I figured if I'm going to kill him, I'm going to get some humanity from him and some souls from him. I might as well give him something back. Because, I mean, I'm not a complete jerk. And, well, if you guys think I am, then that's tough shit. I don't care. So yeah, we've got a guy, he's got Sunlight Blade on a katana. He went back to put on Great Magic Barrier, or Magic Barrier, or something like that. And I thought he was going back to heal. I couldn't really see what he was doing because there was a tree in the way, so I healed up with the Humanity, and oh well. I didn't know what he was doing. And right there, I don't know why I was circling around like that and not attacking. Like, when I was doing it, I was like, why am I not attacking? Why am I not attacking? And I was like, oh right, I didn't hit the button to attack. Because I'm a genius, obviously. I'm a genius. Wondering why I'm not attacking and realize I'm not hitting the button. So, here I go again with Emit Force. And I'm loving that spell. But, really, the Darksword combination with Miracles is really a strong combination in my opinion. I really like the Darksword. It's a good weapon. It does a good amount to damage your poise. Really the only thing somewhat bad about it is the low-ish damage output. And if you spam it, you're obviously going to get parried. And I don't know why I didn't get that parry right there, actually. But that's okay, it doesn't really matter too much. I end up losing this fight anyway, I believe. So, pop off a nice little Wrath of the Gods right there. As he was about to swing, I probably could have parried that. And he goes for the poke, and he misses. So I get him with the backstab. And right here, let's cut into slow motion. Give him that nice little Matrix-like dodge as he pokes me for the kill. It's a good fight. Definitely a good dodge. If they didn't increase the amount of invincibility frames that rolling gives you now, that probably would have got him pre-patch. That probably would have just knocked him up mid-roll pre-patch. So we've got Havel using a Barbed Straight Sword and the Dark Hand. And for some reason, I think he has the Slumbering Dragon Crest ring on. I don't really know why. He's got some sort of buff on. And right there, man, if I had got that parry instead of a partial, that would have been so cool. Just that uppercut spin into a parry, that would have been great. But no. I'm gonna get that someday. I will. But that's a story for another time. Now, this guy right here with the claws, he came in and I underestimated him. I assumed that because of the way he was acting that he was somewhat clueless and had no idea what he was doing. But he was not, and I regretted that. And it also made me realize I don't know the parry timing for claws. I do not know that. So that's something I really need to work on. But either way, it was a good fight. It was definitely fun. The claws have a pretty cool moveset in my opinion. I might have to try them out sometime. Yeah. They cause bleed, all that fun stuff. But yeah, the Darksword. Gotta love that R2 attack. You gotta love its ability to break poise and such. And really, maybe it's just my love of Faith builds talking, but it's the Darksword combined with Faith, Miracles, and all that stuff. It seems like a really good combination to me. So yeah, that's the last fight. I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.